let's say all you care about is national security. And then you say, oh, Mike, I get it. You're just one of these bleeding heart liberals. You care about these soft things like democracy and human rights. All I care about is the military. Well, guess what? You need the diplomats and you need the embassies for your military as well. And let me tell you a concrete story, not about Africa, but about another country in the developing world, Kyrgyzstan. When I worked at the White House, Putin, we had a major military base in the country of Kyrgyzstan. It was called the Manas Air Base. Over 90%, Larry, of our soldiers that went on to fly into Afghanistan to fight the terrorists in our national interest stopped in Manas. And when I got in the government in 2009, I worked for President Obama. It was one of the first crises I had to deal with because Putin put on the table, using his diplomats and his relationships with a corrupt dictator there, Bakiev, he put on $2 billion. And he said, the human, he camouflaged it in something else, but he basically said, close the base, and I'll give you this money. So you know what we had to do? We diplomats, not our generals, we diplomats, and I flew there with a guy named Bill Burns. At the time was our undersecretary for political affairs, one of our top diplomats. By the way, one of our most outstanding diplomats that I ever worked with. He was fantastic at his job. Later became the head of the CIA for the Biden administration. But we got on an airplane and we flew all the way to Bishkek and we negotiated the preservation of our military base. And so I just tell you that story. If you need our diplomats, you need our embassies, you need our presence. By the way, it helps to have our American businesses there too, and our American exchange students. That's all part of the package. In order to do the military things that we need. If you just think you can do it with ships and aircraft, you're missing a big part of the equation.